Close your eyes, come to me, feel alright, just dance the night, turn it up.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Lies of P, a Souls-like released September 18th of 2023. At the time, the game was criticized for being hard. Yeah, like every Souls game, but this one was said to be way too hard. September 27th, not even 10 days after release, a huge patch happened to make the game easier. This by no means made the game easy, but it did make it an expected difficulty from a Souls-like. Since then, the game has acquired an overwhelming amount of positive reviews, fans, and good ratings. Many saying it is one of the best Souls-like games, excluding the obvious From Software ones. With a total of 42 achievements and 3 complete playthroughs needed, we grab our first of many weapons and begin our next challenge of getting all achievements in Lies of P. Headed into the first area, we grab our pulse cells. This is what we use to heal throughout the game. As we play, our total amount of pulse cells and how much health they give will increase. For now, we have 3. When all are used, we can slowly recharge 1 by damaging enemies, or rest to go back to our max amount of cells. Throwables can be bought from NPCs, dropped by enemies, and found on the ground. From everything I have seen, they can be super strong. So to make the game a little harder on myself, I will not be using throwables and avoiding a few other things that make the game easier. More on that later on. By getting behind an enemy, we can perform a fatal blow. We are able to tell when one can be done by these glowing red claw marks. Here we have a very conveniently placed enemy to demonstrate on. Our first achievement, fatal blow. For certain enemies, this cannot be done just by getting behind them, they will have to be staggered. This can be done by landing attacks and parrying. The more you attack and parry in a short period of time, the more their invisible stagger bar fills up. Eventually, their health bar will glow white. While glowing, we must land a charged heavy attack to stagger them and get the chance for a fatal blow. Upon death, this puppet drops us a key. Using that key, we can progress outside to our first Stargazer. Stargazers are found all throughout the world. Interacting with one causes us to rest, fully restores our health, pulse cells, and respawns all common enemies in the area. Our most recent Stargazer is also where we respawn when killed. But considering the fact I have never died in a video game, that will not be happening. Every Stargazer interacted with becomes a fast travel point to the other ones we have unlocked. It can also do many other things that we will unlock as we progress. Hey, achievement unlocked, let's go. But for now, we can only level up and access storage. Using Ergo is how we are able to level up. Ergo is obtained from killing stuff, selling stuff, and using these fragments we find throughout the world. This is our main form of currency and is displayed in the top right of our screen. There are 6 things that we can level: Vitality, increase health; Vigor, increase stamina; Capacity, increases weight carried and Legion arm usage; Motivity, Technique, and Advance are all linked to damage based on your weapon type. Your weapon and Legion arm type can both be viewed right here. The tiers can be from S, giving the biggest buff, to a line, which gives no buff. Since we will be using a technique weapon the whole run, we will never touch Motivity or Advance. We will mainly put all of our points into Technique and Vigor to increase our damage output the most. When an enemy glows bright red, that means they are about to do a rage attack. These cannot be dodged or blocked. The only way to not take damage from one is to perform a parry. This can be done by pressing block right before the attack hits you. Parrying is super important for building up the stagger on bigger enemies. Here we encounter our first vendor. He sells us the other 2 weapons we had a choice of at the start of the game. But since we just used all our Ergo on upgrading Technique, we will have to come back later. Which is fine with me. Because we put so many points into Technique, we can go full gamer mode on our first boss. we're fine. Kill the parade master. After defeating our first boss, we get quartz, a unique upgrade material we will use later on, and parade leader's ergo. Almost all main story bosses drop a unique ergo. We will need to collect all of these for a later achievement. Human. First lie, let's go. Lying and telling the truth are directly involved with each of the 3 endings. By telling the truth, we stay like a puppet. We do both and be neutral. Or we lie and gain humanity. Gaining enough humanity is also how we get a special weapon needed for a later achievement. This run will be gaining as much humanity as possible to try and go for the best ending. Hotel Krat is our main area of the game and where we can do just about everything. Smash. Making it here for the first time, we also lose the ability to level up at Stargazers. Now, in order to level up, we must come back to the hotel and talk to Sophia. What a cool and really fun mechanic that definitely won't be annoying. Speaking with Eugenie, we get Puppet String, our second of 8 Legion arms. Each Legion arm has a special ability and can be upgraded to unlock more abilities. The Puppet String can pull light enemies to you and is my favorite of all the Legion arms. At Eugenie, we can upgrade our weapons using ergo and hidden moonstones found around the world. We can also alter our weapon handles using a crank. Cranks can be found around the world and bought from certain vendors. Altering the handle will change the weapon's tier in motivity, technique, or advance, depending on the crank used, making a big damage difference. Polendina is a butler who sells stuff. As we find supply boxes, he will increase what all he sells. Antonia is a lady dying of the disease all humans in this game are getting, the petrification disease. Speaking with her, she gives us a gesture. Since we start with 2, this makes 3 of the 17 we need. Now that we have learned almost everything, we finally play the game. Leaving the hotel, we are to search for Geppetto, the creator of us and many other puppets. We come across our second merchant selling another weapon we will have to get. But we decide to wait and put our ergo towards leveling up for now. I thought those blew up when you got close to them. Okay, yep. They do. Throughout the world, there are side quests that can be started by talking to NPCs. In a normal playthrough, they can be ignored, but when trying to get all achievements, we will have to do them all. This woman lost her baby, and we let her know we will look for it. Dropping down from there, we defeat this puppet for the Krat police baton. Stalkers were around before the puppet frenzy and petrification disease. With a majority wiped out from these events, the remainders have become local heroes to other survivors. They can be identified by the animal mask they all wear. But us being a puppet, we aren't very liked by the stalkers.
You're the devil's puppet. You can't sneak past me. Die!
You liar.
The truth.
Donkey dead. We find and free Geppetto from the stalker, which was trying to kill him for making many puppets.
True.
Oh, kill a stalker. Killing the stalker increases our pull cells and grants us the Enigma assembly tool. With Geppetto free, he heads back to the hotel.
Right, when you're done.
Sir, yes, sir. Excuse me. Using the tool we just found, we can combine the head and handle of any 2 normal weapons. This allows us to make some of the strongest weapons in the game. Similar to how we make enemies stagger, we can use the same rules to break their weapons. Oh. Destroy an enemy's weapon with a perfect guard. Found lying on the ground is the window lady's baby, which we discover to be a puppet.
That's right.
Another lie.
I want
Our reward from her is our first of 16 records. We also get a bit of humanity for telling a lie. Loading bar's so cool. Everything's pretty unique in this game. Using this, we are able to summon a Spectre. Spectres are basically summons that can fight alongside us during boss battles. But like I said earlier, nothing to make the game easier. He should have died from fall damage right there. think that one's his grab. I don't know what his grab animation looks like yet. Oh, that's the grab. Big time there. Alright, hit this right here. Bop. Easy, not even close. Scrapped Watchman. For eliminating the Scrapped Watchman, we get his unique Ergo, another Quartz, and the overcharged storage battery. Giving this to Ugini, we get Fulmus, another one of our Legion arms. Heading upstairs, we find Geppetto. Speaking with him, we unlock P-Organ upgrades. By using Quartz, we are able to unlock new, unique abilities and upgrade some old ones. They are unlocked in phases. For our first upgrade, we get Link Dodge. This allows us to dodge in the middle of another dodge. We also get a second upgrade, which increases our pulse cells by 1. By getting these 2 upgrades, it unlocks phase 2 of the P-Organ tree. We will need a ton of quartz to reach phase 5 for a later achievement. Throughout the world, we will find these phones. Answering them, we can speak to the King of Riddles.
Arlecchino, the king of all riddles. Correct.
By answering his riddle correctly, we get a bit of humanity and a Trinity key. As you may have guessed, we have to get all of his riddles correct and collect all Trinity keys for another later achievement. Open this up. Bop. What is this? We encounter this kind puppet who opens a path for us, and we return the favor by whooping him, giving us our first Legion caliber. These are used for upgrading our Legion arms for new and stronger abilities. We also kill our first dimensional butterfly. Dimensional butterflies appear in 3 colors, red, pink, and gold, each with differing abilities and dropping a wide variety of items. Once killed, they will never respawn. At the end of this fireball hallway, we find the fire axe. Encountering these 2 stalkers, they don't realize that we are a puppet and let us pass. But first we get scammed for 500 Ergo. I don't want this, but I'll buy it anyways because I might need it, who knows. Using our Trinity key we got from solving the riddle, we are able to access the Trinity room. For a bit of story info, a fancy outfit, and a quartz. Within the factory, we find Vanini and promise to help him find his butler by going and fighting the boss of this area. We learn fear from him and go to handle a bit of cleanup before the boss. Hidden within this room, we find another stalker who hears the springs in us and attacks. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Thank you. Heading outside, we find the booster blade and handle. We will be using this handle for the rest of the run, eventually combining it with another weapon. Finish off the giant puppet of the future for a quartz, find a technique crank, and go upgrade. While back at the hotel, we also put the technique crank on our weapon, increasing our damage output. The only thing left here now is the boss. But before that, as most of you know, we are super close to passing Mr. Beast in subs. And if you made it this far in the video, you must like what you're watching. So go hit that subscribe button, as every sub helps. Please, y'all, I'm begging. There we go. There we go. I can't see what's going on. is huge. I don't know why he did that. King's Flame. Kill King's Flame. Fukoko. Another boss, another special ergo. We also get a high-powered flame amplifier, another item to make a Legion arm, but I forget to do that, so we will see that later. And an item of great use later, the Flame Grindstone. Heading back to the hotel, we can now find Vanini and his butler there. Speaking with him, we get the Grinder Modification tool. Combining this with the Flame Grindstone, we can apply flame damage to our weapon for a limited amount of time. This lets us do huge damage. Vanini also gives us our swagger back. You know, like the meme. Anyways, on to the next area. This weapon head is super strong, and we will end up using this during our third run. Golly, that puppet's Tom Brady up there. Look at him. Holy crap. By killing this guy, we got the Stalker's Promise. Using it here, we can get past without fighting and gain a bit of humanity for lying. Super long talk with the cricket, and a cutscene showing our first encounter with the new enemy type, Carcass. These guys are weak to fire damage, and lucky us, we got just the thing for that. Another item that makes the game easier is another item we will not use. We get a sneak peek of our next boss to fight, and then start to loot his area, like this Trinity room that we can't get into because we don't have a key yet. To take out our anger, we push this grill over, giving us access to a secret room down at the bottom. On the way, we steal another weapon, double-sided spear blade, and find our first cryptic vessel hidden within the secret room. By taking these to Vanini, he can decode them for us. Continuing towards the boss, we stumble upon our first Legion plug. Using these, we can make the remainder of the Legion arms we need. A quick example of how much damage we could do with our new fire grindstone. See? Look how easy that was, not even close. For defeating that enemy, we get a quartz and head over here to find our first Krat supply box. These can be given to the butler at the hotel to unlock more of his inventory. This lady is our second side quest, which we of course accept, but first, a quick pit stop. Back at the hotel, we give the cryptic vessel to Vanini to decrypt it for us. This gives us a little objective to do for a reward. Of course, we completely ignore this and do it when we remember. Using the Legion caliber we found, we unlock our first puppet string upgrade. This one's not great, but the later ones are, just trust me. Give Polendina the Krat supply box, which lets us buy the bright red apple. This apple is required for a later character. Use all of our quartz to unlock 2 more P organs, giving us access to phase 3. Now, back to our lovely adventure. Open that. Okay. Open that now. We find a Legion caliber and kill our first pink butterfly. Looks magenta to me, but the wiki said pink, so we'll roll with it. Finding another stalker, he asks for a place to take refuge, and for the first time ever, we don't tell a lie. We want him at the hotel because of what he sells. Using our special boss ergo, we can exchange it for weapons and emblems. Of course, we will go for the weapons as for the later achievement. And emblems, we don't worry about those. They just give off a small buff. None are required. Find the Archbishop's Holy Mark, unlock the shortcut to the boss room, and complete her side quest by returning the mark to her. As thanks, she gives us the attribute Resistance Ample. Just kidding. We'll get something better, but first we got a boss to take care of. What a gentle landing. So delicate. Fragile creature. Alright, phase 2. Let's see it. Open that thing up for me. Not to be rude, we're gonna just completely ignore you. Alright, that's huge. First try? Fallen Archbishop. Kill the Fallen Archbishop, Andreas. Foreshadowing. Another boss ergo we can exchange later for a special weapon. Headed back to where the lady was, we find a record and a letter. Reading her letter, we learn pray. We also read the Frozen Man's letter. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue where or when I got this. Just roll with it, act like you know. For remembrance. Sophia tells us to go check on a nearby district known as Malum. So we pump even more ergo into technique and continue our unaliving spree. Up we go. Down we go. Another day, another weapon for the OGs. Yeah. Where was he? Because those branches break if he's in those. Jump over these gaps because of my bridge trust issues. Welcome to the territory of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Remember, anyone who fails to pay the protection fee... Come on. They what? Is headed straight for the coffin. Oh. That's sweet. Talking with these stalkers, they asked to tag along so we can work together. We agree and they are a huge help. I'm almost positive they're doing 0 damage. Thanks guys for the help. Oh.
I'll take a breather here, then catch up later.
Let's cut to the chase. We get a quartz and the bone-cutting saw blade. Oof, these are bad. Another phone call from the Riddler. Candle. For a Trinity key and some humanity. This little girl summons an invisible bear trap to attack us. Oh. We open a shortcut from the boss fight to the Stargazer, find a Legion Caliber, and find a new merchant. For the first time ever, we actually buy what they're selling. We run into the 2 stalkers again and they inform us of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, a group that has been controlling this area. So of course we go to talk things out like reasonable people. You are my special. Do, 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 do. Ah, nice. The delayed match. Kill the eldest of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Let's go. Foreshadowing. This is the first boss fight we do not get special ergo from, but we do learn taunt. Headed into the building, we find a painting that looks just like us, a quartz, and an elevator that leads to the guy who gave us the cube we will never use. Outside, we find the gold coin tree. This can be used for resetting your levels, resetting your P organs, and buying stuff for the cube from the cube guy. So none of these will be used either. Bear gold coin fruit. Harvest gold coin fruit. Also, this area was connected to the hotel the whole time, but no one felt the need to tell us. So, showing the painting to Geppetto, he says it was his son, who he created us to look like. Hanging it up, this painting can now be used to track how much humanity we have gained. Currently, we don't have enough to make a difference, but we will see what I mean later on. Level up. Use our 2 Legion calibers for another upgrade. This one is not great either, but the third one is, I promise. Speaking to Antoni, we get the key to the next area, and our objective to take down the King of Puppets. He is supposedly the person who started all of this. Once there, we find an old lady who just wants some wine before she dies, so we accept. Legion plug, and the dancer's sword, which I don't have a joke for, so let's dance our way on. I tricked you there, I thought I didn't have a joke, huh? We come across another stalker that hears our springs. Do these stalkers have super hearing or what? Because I haven't heard a single spring. Oh. Kick her down the stairs. Bop. The White Lady's locket and the White Lady's mask. Meeting a distinguished gentleman, we agree to go find his wife's ring. Upon finding it, we also discover his wife to be a puppet, so we lie and gaslight the poor man. Anything for humanity and a jester. Watching this back, he also gives us the ring, so I don't really know why we had to go get it for him. Stumble upon a weaker boss. I don't know what we would call him, but he has a health bar. Anyways, he gets whooped for a quartz. At this point, we make a quick detour to use the Trinity key we got earlier on the door that was locked. Nothing really useful here though. Hidden away in a room, we find Adelina. She wants an apple, and would you look at that, we have one ready for her. We explode, open this safe for the exploding pickaxe, and find another locked Trinity room, right after we used our key. Hidden within another safe is the incredible Venini collection. Giving this to Venini's butler, he will increase what he sells. Speaking of Venini, another cryptic vessel for him to decode for us. First, we have to decode this oddly specific play. The king offers to hold our hand and we let him know we're taken. Are we for real? Now, after a near perfect first phase, we see how mad our rejection really made him. Nice, nice. What? Holy crap! That was a new one. Absolutely terrible. First phase, not bad. Second phase, terrible. Gosh, finally. King of Puppets. Kill Romeo, King of Puppets. Let's freaking go. With Romeo defeated, we get his boss Ergo and some drip. Going back to Apple Girl, we find her sleeping and steal her record. Back at the hotel, we turn in the Vanini collection to his butler. This allows him to sell more. Now he sells a weapon we need, but since we hate buying stuff, we'll have to come back later. Vanini decrypts the other cryptic vessel we found, allowing us to go complete it whenever. Outside, Paul and Dina ask us if a human and a puppet can fall in love. We show him the ring, giving us some humanity. Speaking to the old lady, she asks if she still has beauty. Once again we lie and say of course. I think the fact they did that's pretty funny. Checking the painting now, there is a difference. As we gain humanity, the nose will grow. Once long enough, we will be able to interact with it. On the way out of the King of Puppets fight arena stands Geppetto. Speaking with him, our maximum number of pull cells increase. He also tells us to head to the Grand Exhibition and search for a cure to the petrification disease, so we don't waste any time and grab the clock sword on the way there. Also killing our first golden butterfly. Hey, from across the rift, kill all types of dimensional butterflies. This diary may seem just like more story, but we have to pick it up and flip through all the pages in order to trigger a later dialogue option for an achievement. Circling back to the merchant, we purchased the circular chainsaw and grabbed the key to continue on. Within a ton of poison and enemies, we spear through for the Spear of Honor. Down here is also the wine that the old window lady has been waiting forever for. With everything here obtained, our venture to the Grand Exhibition continues. Since she's been waiting so long, we make a quick stop to drop off the wine. In exchange, she gives us a coin, which kinda sucks, so I bring it to the butler and get a moonstone. Yeah, that side quest we probably could have just skipped. At the Grand Exhibition, there is Bella. Speaking with her makes her head back to the hotel for a later purpose. Legion Caliber and phone call. For solving it right this time, we get our usual humanity, but instead of a key, a hint, where we just click on this statue to find the key. Yeah, it was a pretty easy puzzle. We find a Legion plug, the second Crot supply box, and box this dude for another Legion Caliber. Going back to the hotel and turning in the box, Paul and Dina sells another quartz and Legion Caliber. Buying this finally lets us get my favorite upgrade, Attack Link. Strongest Legion Arm. Modify Legion Arm to its max level. Now by using the puppet string and holding it down, it will pull us in and launch us in the air for an attack that does big damage. Also by using the quartz, Phase 4 is unlocked. Heading back, we can show what Attack Link is all about. Whoa. You're so strong. No shot, didn't get it. Parry. Up. Into the top. Plenty of time to drink. Alright. With 3 left in the second phase. Phase 2. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Honestly, huge. Oh, shoot. You're lying. You're lying. That was huge. That was insane. It was so huge. The champion of evolution killed champion Victor. You done, son. At the end of our battle, we meet Simon. He has created many of the monsters here and is the leader of the alchemist. He asks about his cure and our live streak continues. While leaving, he gives us the key to access a statue. After all his yapping, we get our reward for killing Victor, his boss Ergo. Encountering our super helpful stalker friends, they ask for some gold coin fruit. Giving it to them rewards us a record and a gesture. Using the key Simon gives grants access to Sanctus of Mercy statue. By using gold coin fruit at the statue, you are able to respec. Nothing we are interested in though, we just needed the gesture. Back at the hotel, Paul and Dina tells us about Antoni and her worsening conditions. Speaking to Cube Guy, he gives us a cure. We tell Paul and Dina to use this cure. Not using the cure here would cause us to miss out on a future achievement. Eugenie gives us some gloves and tells us to give them to Alidoro. So we head off to the swamp to do our little errand boy duties. The bridge fear strikes again, but this time we use the puppet string to avoid it. Giving the gloves to Alidoro, he complains, saying they don't fit and that he never did like Eugenie. Such a nice guy. No joke for this weapon because it deserves some respect. Instantly, we head back to the hotel, lying to Eugenie and saying that Elidoro liked the gloves. She tells us about how the hound saved her life and lost a finger doing it. But the hound just said they did not fit, so something's up. But we do not care about all that. What we want is to combine the live puppet axe head and the booster glaive handle, creating my favorite weapon in the whole game. Boom. Exploring possibilities. Try to assemble a weapon. Skip another bridge. I don't really have a joke for this one, but I'm sure if I did, it'd be pretty funny. So act like it was funny. In the very back of the swamp is Fancy Vanini Collection. Slight earthquake. Whoa! Hugo is a rookie explorer and a huge fan of Alidoro. Talking with him, he gives us another cryptic vessel. He also tells us about these rumors of Alidoro being a criminal, even giving us his wanted poster. Back at the hotel, we turn another collection box to unlock the second weapon to buy from him. Speaking with Vanini, we decrypt the device and go clean up some stuff we left behind. We purchased the 2 weapons we needed from the first merchant, while here completing the first of the cryptic vessel missions, by using this gesture at this exact spot. For the second cryptic vessel, we use our first and only throwable. By throwing something at this puppet hanging here, they drop the next clue. I don't know where that is. If we run through the whole game again, we'll run into it eventually. So that's our plan. On the way there, another merchant cleanup. Find the room for a quartz and outfit. Back at the opera house, going into the training room we missed for another quartz. For the third cryptic vessel, into the slums before the Black Rabbit Brotherhood fight. This guy gives us a key to a door. It's not that simple though. We were supposed to fall through the floor, but I didn't want to, so I walked around. Here's me falling in anyways to show what it looked like. Now with almost everything we could possibly do out of the way, we fight. There we go. All right. Run at me. 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 Whatever. Oh my gosh. So clutch. Puppet devouring green monster. Let's go. Another boss down equals a boss Ergo found. We also get the golden Ergo. This needs to be given to Vanini. Now this part's a bit weird. We're supposed to head back to the hotel, but not by teleporting, we have to walk back. I get this is to introduce more areas, but there wasn't a good story reasoning for it. At least that I know of. Who knows? Heading back, we discover it to be the area we started, but corrupted now. Before we can progress any farther, we must teleport back to the hotel. Here we trade in all our boss Ergo for our first 7 special weapons. Upgrade the P organ. Activate P organ to phase 5. Buy some weapons and grindstones. Play the piano for the old lady, earning us greet. But the most important is speaking to Bella. Here she asks us to find her partner in Krot Central Station. We agree and set off. Locating him, it turns out he is infected. He gives us a letter to give to Bella. Giving her the letter and choosing he died fighting a puppet, Bella gives us another one of our records. If we would have progressed any further at all in the story, we would have missed that record. Luckily, we remembered to do that at the last possible chance. We would have been cooked if we forgot that. Get it? 'Cause the knife? Another locked Trinity room, because they love when we backtrack for these. Thor's hammer, and then a shovel from this guy. Big difference. Almost back to the hotel, we find Ergo has caused a ton of damage. But even with all this damage, we find a special Krat supply box. Crazy mini boss lady. Honestly, this is my least favorite fight in the whole game. We learn that the hotel is under attack and lose the ability to fast travel there.
The hotel is under attack.
We do finally gain back our ability to level up at the Stargazer, so this is a win for us. This riddle was actually the hardest one for me. I don't know why, but of course we get it right and are given our complimentary key. Guarding the hotel is the very first boss, but this time they look a little different. At least one of them hit. That's fine. I'm not dying here. In that, dude. Nice, first try. Corrupted Parade Master. Kill the Corrupted Parade Master. Defeating the Parade Master rewards us a quartz and a full moonstone. Using the moonstone will allow us to max level our weapon. Arriving back at the hotel, we find it trashed. Everyone has locked themselves in upstairs. Talking with Antoni, she tells us the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, the Useless Duo, and Alidoro attacked the hotel to kidnap Geppetto, earning us anger. She tells us about a chord to play on the piano that opens a secret passage to follow them. Before going, we clean up some other things. Max level our weapon at Ugini. Strongest normal weapon. Strengthen a normal weapon to its max level. Turn in our special Krot supply box, unlocking a cryptic vessel. Give it to Venini to decrypt, and for the first time ever, head out right away to solve it. Back at the swamp, the pathway by Hugo is now open, so we head in to find some treasure. Running low on weapon puns, we stealed this one. Kill the big guy for a record. You're done, son. And open the safe here to complete the vessel. Now after a quick detour, it's time to chase after the bad people. Another weapon and the final riddle. I didn't really know what to answer here, so I just went with the first one and it worked. For getting every riddle correct, the final phone gives the chosen one's Trinity key. If any of the riddles were answered incorrectly, there would have been no way for us to get this, missing out on multiple future achievements. Now our favorite group of stalkers.
Accept your fate. Death has come for you.
I literally can't see our fight right now because of the health bars. Alright, there we go. I gotta get hurt quick.
Try harder.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And scene. Revenge of Black. Kill the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. This time unaliving them all for good and getting a quartz for it. Heading outside and talking to Alidoro, we confront him for everything he has done. He tells us he is not Alidoro the Hound, but his partner. But since the real Alidoro only wanted to save people and not make any money, he killed him and stole his identity. So the boss fight begins. And ends, giving us his cryptic vessel plus a great Venini collection in the chest beside him. At the hotel, we turn the box and get Venini to decrypt the vessel. We read it and learn it is from the real Alidoro to Eugenie, writing about their past and how they are siblings. Letting her know Alidoro is dead, and when asked what the real Alidoro was like, we say he was her older brother. Talking to her again, she says her brother's mark was in the letter, so she has no choice but to believe it's real, giving us a record and completing her story. Hey, the story of a stranger girl. Speaking with Venini, he informs us he decrypted a message from the King of Puppets before he died.
The laws of the Grand Covenant bind us. We're his puppets. It's all zero. The creator's name is Geppetto. Giuseppe Geppetto.
Lie again, and he gives us a message from the King of Puppets directly to us. Listening, we learn that Romeo, the King of Puppets, was our best friend, and whatever is going on here, he is not responsible for, but was only trying to help. Stopping by and opening the previously locked Trinity room, then using the golden battery made by Venini with the golden ergo allows us to venture to the Isle of Alchemist. Here, Sophia tells us this is not the real her. She has been communicating with Ergo. The real her is locked up somewhere here, and she asks us to save her. So we begin the longest walk ever to the most annoying boss ever. This boss is not really hard, as he is annoying. If we get hit, it gives us shock, meaning our stamina takes forever to come back, so we can't attack. Plus, the only way we can really deal damage is by staggering him. Some people find it to be the easiest fight in the game, but I find it to be the dumbest fight in the game. Let's go, first try. That guy gets insane shock. It's so annoying. He drops a badge, giving us the ability to use these panels now. Continuing our journey upwards, grabbing more weapons and reaching our final Trinity room. End of Riddles. Discover all Trinity sanctums. Entering, we are face to face with the King of Riddles. He asks us the final riddle. Are we human or puppet? Answering human, gaining a bit of humanity. Then, from reading the diary earlier, gives us the ability to ask about the truth behind the Venini incident. He tells us how he killed Venini's parents and is happy he got to see him suffer, giving us the toy he stole to remember that day, telling us to return it to Venini. Before leaving, we give him a quick love tap. On the way back to the Stargazer, we find test subject 826, letting him know he can escape from here finally. Showing Venini the toy, he tells us of everything that happened, completing his story. Yes. The story of the prince. Find out about the last story of Venini. Beside him, we use our Legion plugs and the flame amplifier from the King's Flame, granting us the last 5 Legion arms. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legion arm collector. Collect all Legion arms. Also while here, max level a special weapon. Strongest special weapon. Strengthen a special weapon to its max level. Back at the Isle is one of our favorite stalkers who asks for more gold coin fruit. Giving him some, he will allow us to pass, but we'd much rather fight him. There goes your weapon, now what? Sorry, my guy. Peace out. Past him is our final cryptic vessel. Now they just need to all be solved. We give it to Venini to decrypt. In order to complete this one, we equip the Frozen Feast weapon and speak to this merchant.
Hope you like it.
Thank you.
Hope you like it. Looking forward
Veteran
to it.
Explorer. Decipher all cryptic vessels and claim the rewards. A quick trip down. Oh my gosh. You're joking. And another quick trip down. And then a quick trip up for a boss fight. Alright, break the shit on the back. First step. There we go. Yes! Alright, second phase. Golly, she's looking a little blue. Ha! Oh, wow.
This tower.
Go up. Kill her. That was clutch. Let's go. The complete one. Kill Laxasia the complete. I think that's how you say it. Finally, another boss Ergo. Within the next room, we find Sophia. From being near the giant machine for so long, she has become almost a blob of Ergo. Our choice here is very important and linked to which ending we get. For our current ending, the correct choice is give her peace. She gives us her Ergo and disappears. You give her Ergo. Your heart is... Oh, there's my last gesture. Learning about emotions. Learn all gestures. Within her chair lay another record. Still pushing on until the other half of the useless stalker duo gets in our way. Alright, well, she's dead. Red Fox mask. Finishing off the final stalker fight and checking within the cell to find Geppetto. Lying to him and telling him he was a great father. He gives us a key and we continue on. I don't know why he had the key if he was locked in a cell, but we'll take it. Speaking to Paul and Dina at the hotel, we learn that Lady Antoni has passed away. This finishes her story. Oh. The story of the refined old lady. Going upstairs to where her chair was, there is a note and a record. Choosing to give her the cure is what made these appear. When choosing not to give her the cure, these items do not show up. Checking the painting, we have gained enough humanity to grab the golden lie. At Rosa Isabella Street, there is a familiar face. Test subject 826. Speaking with him allows us to purchase our final normal weapon. Collect all normal weapons. Normal weapon collector. With just about everything in the game finished, it's time to confront Simon, who, just like Sophia, has been greatly altered by the machine. Look at his little feet. So cute. Look at all his fingers. He looks sick. Like, he needs to go to the doctor. Wow, we gotta stagger up. The Awakened God.
Killed him?
Yeah, he's freaking dead. After the fight, Simon asks us, Sophia, what have you done to her? Answering truthfully here and saying I gave her peace. Another vital choice that can alter which ending we get. Finishing Simon's story. The story of the one who dreamed. Find out about the last story of Simon Manos. Defeating him grants us his boss Ergo and the arm of God. Heading down, Geppetto awaits us. He tells us using the arm of God and our Ergo, we can become human again. So he asks for our heart.
Your heart, son.
With our final choice of this run, we refuse.
If you refuse, then I'll have to retrieve it myself. My son. My son. I never found you like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories within you. I know you are troublesome little puppet. Freedom.
So easy. The first puppet. Kill the nameless puppet. I can see that brother's pores.
Sorry.
After our fight, we return Sophia her ergo, granting us our first ending.
It's so good to see you.
Rise of P. Reach the ending. Refuse going into New Game Plus and do our final hotel chores of this run. Speaking to Hugo, who is now wearing Alidoro's outfit, allows us to buy our final special weapons. Alright, give me that, and give me that. Special weapon collector. Collect all special weapons. Upstairs on Geppetto's table lay a note from Sophia. Reading it, finishing her story. Story of Blue Butterfly. Find out about the last story of Sophia. Playing the piano one final time. Pianist of Krot. Play a perfect tune on the piano at Hotel Krot. And heading into New Game Plus. Going into this run, we have only 2 things that must be done. Get a different ending than last time, and collect the final 6 records that are New Game Plus exclusive. 5 of the 6 records are sold by merchants, only in New Game Plus. They are the golden variants of 5 records we got our first run. Honestly, looking into this, I don't know if there is any difference at all other than the fact they are gold. But that is not going to stop us from collecting them. We give Alidoro the gloves because one of the remaining records is tied to this questline. After killing Alidoro and talking to Eugenie, we answered the opposite of what we answered last time, getting a different record from her. Buying our final record to complete our collection, then listening to them all. Hey, collect and play all records. Completing our second run by giving Geppetto our heart. Doing this completely skips the nameless puppet fight.
You are a good boy till the very end.
Real boy. They all lived happily ever after.
This finally feels like family. Thank you for returning, Carlo.
Choosing this ending, Carlo kills everyone, and Geppetto replaces them with puppets. Even the puppets get replaced with puppets. Upstairs on his desk is another letter, this time from Geppetto. Reading it finishes his story. The story of one father. Find out the last story of Geppetto. For the final playthrough, nothing matters except these 3 choices. Let Sophia live, tell Simon we liberated her, and refuse Geppetto. Unlike the other 2, this ending is basically Geppetto saying we suck with no cutscene after.
No. You're just a useless puppet.
But who cares? That gives us our final achievement, officially completing all achievements in Lies of P. Let's go! Free from the puppet string. Reach the ending. Thank you so much for watching, as this is by far my longest video and took me forever. But I had a great time doing it and appreciate all the support. Please like and sub, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Is on your neck,